Tulsi Gabbard sits down with Tucker Carlson, and she wrote this. Remember, a vote for Kamala is a vote for Dick Cheney, Hillary Clinton, and the woke warmongering cabal. A vote for Kamala is a vote for war, and more war. And with it, more infringement on our liberties in the name of national security. Let's go ahead and listen to this sit down, and I got something even more funnier than this, which is talking about Kamala. People can't even defend their position on why they voting for Kamala, but we're going to dive into that a little bit.
I have a very simple message for my Democrat friends, my independent friends, those who may not be sure about who they're voting for in this election. Dick Cheney has just made the choice very clear. A vote for Kamala Harris is a vote for Dick Cheney, the architect of everything that has gone wrong in the Middle East for the last few decades. And so it's interesting because if you listen to the New York Times or some of the other mainstream media, they're saying, don't expect much from Kamala Harris in the way of policies and details and plans, and we're not going to know much about what kind of president she's going to be because she doesn't have much time. They're conveniently ignoring the fact that she's been there working in the White House the last 3.5 years alongside Joe Biden. She's been the last one in the room, according to her, as these big decisions are being made. But we look at who she says, her response to the Dick Cheney announcement today was that she was honored to have his endorsement. And we got military veterans in the house. Got a lot of you who probably served in the Middle East like I did. And so it sickened me, Tucker, to read those words today, both from Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney, and Kamala Harris, because we have people who we care very much about who were killed in those wars because of Dick Cheney. Kamala Harris has told us all we need to know about what kind of commander-in-chief she would be. And I don't know about you, but I would not trust her for a moment with the lives of my brothers and sisters in uniform.
All we need is America to actually, all of America, let me say that. All we need is for all of America to just have common sense. I'm telling you, the choice will be clear. Yes, voting for her is voting for Cheney, and which the person that she left out was Obama. A vote for Kamala is a vote for Obama's 4th term at this point. Seriously, somebody said a vote for Trump is a vote for Tulsi Gabbard to become something she is unfit for, impossible Trump cabinet. So of course you're going to see the hatred up on the Tulsi Gabbard's posts all the time I see. But I love the fact that she sat down with Tucker Carlson. He talked about a wide range of things. They talked about how she's under surveillance by the Biden secret police and things of that nature for challenging the narrative constantly. So, I appreciate her work that she's putting out here. Let's read a few more comments, hopefully some that are in reference to what she's actually talking about versus personal attacks. Absolutely. The war in Ukraine was avoidable. The money properly spent would have done so much good for our citizens. And Dick Cheney, he's somebody who likes war, loves to send people out to do that, right? Absolutely. We have to remember that it is time to change the way we've handled all of this over the past 25 years, and continuously voting in the same direction, man. It's just I don't understand the logic. Many would say that it's sad how far the Cheney family has fallen, but they were always warmongering neocons. I don't know what that is. I gotta look that word up. Anyhow, the shift to full-on Democrat comes perfectly natural, is what somebody says. So we're going to talk about Kamala and her positions and her followers to see if they can defend said positions. Now, this is Gen Z versus Millennial, as is written on the screen. You have Charlie Kirk here in Wisconsin asking people, just name one thing. Just one thing.
Voting for Kamala because of the child tax credit and because of
really?
Yeah.
You know the one that Trump had in his tax cut?
No, I know. It's a good thing though. I agree with it both.
Yeah, so and do you think that Kamala would manage the economy well?
Yeah.
Why hasn't she done it the last 3.5 years?
She's the vice president. Are we gonna
You're right.
act like the vice president is managing the economy?
Do you think Joe Biden's running the economy right now?
I think the White House senior staff.
Hold on a second. If Kamala Harris wanted to run the country, she could. How did Kamala Harris do with running the border?
Again,
How many illegals have come in under her watch? Can you guess?
7 million.
Look, I obviously don't know the number off the top of my head.
It's 10 million people. Is that a success?
I don't think the border wall will be any more of a success.
Well, hold on. Under Trump, border crossings were at an all-time low. Kamala Harris, 10 million people have illegally come to this country, which is more than the population of New Jersey. Why does she deserve to be a president when she can't even manage the border?
Why? Okay, so yeah, I know. The bill that Biden and Harris put in to increase the border patrol.
No. Don't. 1 second, please. No, it's not about the bill. You could do this all by executive order. Remain in Mexico. They've decided to empower the foreign invasion. Kamala Harris has overseen the border. She failed. She oversaw the Russian-Ukrainian dispute, went to the Munich Security Conference, and hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians died. She was the deciding vote on the Inflation Explosion Act that makes everyone have to pay more in goods and services. Her first day was 3.5 years ago as VP. What has she done that has given you confidence she'll do a good job as president? Prices are higher. People can't afford homes. 1.5 million people lost their jobs in the last year. You ask anybody in the economy, the American people don't agree with you, by the way. 75% of Americans disapprove of the economy right now.
Yeah.
But if she was so good, by the way, so she says, I'm going to do no tax on tips, stole it from Trump. Why doesn't she just tell the IRS to do that right now?
Right. She's been in there years.
I don't honestly know much about tax on tips and the IRS.
But let's just put all this aside.
Yeah.
Would you not agree that Trump's presidency was objectively better than Joe Biden's?
I would not agree on that. What did
How
Trump
do you judge
that you really
border crossings all-time low? No new wars. You agree with that, right? No new wars.
He didn't pull out of Afghanistan, which he promised to do.
Hold on a second. No new wars.
He continued a war, though.
Which war?
The war in Afghanistan.
How many Americans died in Afghanistan under Trump?
He didn't pull out troops, though. He promised.
Yes, he did. He was winding it down. No new wars under Trump. Guys, let me talk, please. Guys.
Yeah.
But let me so the economy under Donald Trump, if you guys want to buy a home in your life, when Trump was president, please let me talk, man. Jeez. When Trump was president, you required $75,000 a year to be able to own a home. It now requires $120,000 a year to buy a home under Harris and Biden. $50,000 more a year. So if you guys want to buy a home, you have to make $120,000 a year now, thanks to Kamala Harris.
Guys, how much did it cost the last day of Trump's presidency, though?
$75,000 a year.
Last day of his presidency?
Yes.
During the height of COVID, it cost $75,000 to buy a home?
Yes.
All right.
I bought my home.
$2.
She's a millionaire.
And so I'm getting at this outside of vibes and Trump hatred. What has this woman done to earn anybody's vote? She won't take questions from the press. She didn't get a single vote from Democrat primary voters. She was installed by some sort of Zoom conference vote. Like, who is this person?
Right.
Can you tell me?
Kamala Harris, who is she?
Like, did she earn any votes? Like, how did she get here?
I mean, the vice president, or she was the vice president. He dropped out, and she was on the ticket. That's my best guess of why she is.
Looking at this, does that give you confidence that this person should be president?
I'm fine with her experience. I think she has a lot of experience for the office. Yeah, I don't think you can argue that she doesn't.
I mean, we already went to the border, but just like, you got to give me something, or the audience, like, make the case. Like, we're here in a battleground state, Wisconsin. Like, show me the case. I'll give you the case. Trump was president for 4 years. People were richer. World was safer. Border was secure. Things were going really, really well. We respect our world. Kamala Harris, like, what's the thing? What's the sales pitch? Outside of vibes and Brat Summer, like, what is the pitch?
And this is always my issue with people. It's like, especially when people ask me, well, why you was a Trump supporter? Then I actually give them reasons. And I ask them, why you support Kamala? And it's always something like this. Always. Oh, well, she's the first black woman, this, that, and the third. Okay, cool. Outside of her being black, if you think she's black, and being a woman, what else? Oh, well, it's also the fact that she's, her record, she has an actual record as opposed to what record? She was a prosecutor just standing up for what was right. What? What are you talking? What do you do? What? Make it make sense, man. Like, I understand that you don't like Trump, but just voting for somebody off of blind rage of this man? Come on, man. Your future is at stake. Somebody said libtards spewing their ignorance for all us to see. The scary part is these, how you said it? I don't even know how you said it. They are able to vote. It's completely gender and color oriented. Somebody said, oh, sure. Because nothing says stability like rapid withdrawing without thinking about the consequences. Great plan. Really solid decision making there. I think they was referring to Donald Trump on that one, but vibes and Brat Summer took me out. I ain't gonna lie. Charlie have to do it like that. And I like to see people try though. I love to see people try to. This was a masterclass by Charlie Kirk, if you ask me. Somebody said, man made a damn good breakdown for Trump over Harris. This is the kind of interactions needed to reason a case against an opponent. However, people are hypocritical or egotistical. I'm sorry, I think that may be the most appropriate. Egotistical, because when Charlie Kirk asked him a question, he goes, can you say that under Trump that things were a little better than they are now? And dude just could not fix his mouth to go, yeah, you're right. He's no, I can't say that. And that's a freaking lie, man. It's a freaking lie. He definitely got schooled though, he listened, and I don't know if he learned, but he listened. He had no choice. Uninformed youth, your education system at rest. Sadly, they vote. Somebody wrote, hard to defend evil. I just don't think you should defend it at all. You know what I mean? I think that'd be the easiest thing to do. Somebody says, never mind voter ID. You'll need a aptitude test for your elections. Aptitude, I'm sorry. Excuse me. It's insane someone who can't articulate an answer can affect your political sphere. Yes, y'all. This is our future. This poor kid has MSNBC syndrome, and probably his parents hate Trump too. For sure, man. There's so many videos like this. They are voting for her over the vibes and feelings, and they say we're in a cult. Crazy.